Hey everybody, welcome to the 10th video here of getting our NBA data from ESPN. Last time we left off, we made our SQLite database with all our past results from the NBA, and we did that with this make database function. We got a table name, NBA. We did our SQLite connect to the database, which we're naming NBA database. We're doing this method to SQL. Name of the table, connection, flavor SQLite, and then we're printing out the make database. So let's take another look at that in our Chrome SQLite viewer. Okay, got it saved in Google Drive. Select it. All right, and we've got 22 pages. Let's take a look at the last page. So 651st entry, we got Suns Trailblazers. That was the last game as of the 16th. All right, so now we've got all our past data. We're ready to move on and just update it daily here. So let's go back to the NBA Pi. So this past NBA, like I said, was just going to use once really, unless you want to use it, more than once. But just to kind of get everything in the past up to today's date, or a few days ago in this case. We're going to go back to NBA Pi, which was just what we're doing for a daily update here. So we're going to need to import SQL here. I'm going to import SQLite as SQL. Okay, then all more of the same here. None of this has changed. We're back to just getting our single request, our single document. Find teams is still the same. Column find teams. This part we changed a little bit. I added it in enumerating a team list. Check for those duplicates. I was getting some errors there. That a couple times a duplicate team popped up. So we want to go through and do that again here. We're going to do our try if our team list of I sub I plus 1 equals to the team list of I. We're going to go ahead and remove that second one because there should only be one. And we're going to get index errors. We're going to just catch that and put there's no duplicates found. Okay, so we'll find our team scores. It's mostly the same. Maybe we changed out this change in the score here, so we're getting a value error. We're going to just nip that in the bud before it pops up again, and we'll just convert to it later. So pretty much this team score pop takes care of whatever problems we had. I did get rid of that other stuff that said, if team equals or team score is blank or team score is less than 20, then do this and that. Turns out we don't need any of that. This was the problem, was just that every time it had a extra element at the end, so we're going to just pop it up. So we got all that taken care of here, just in the team score. Okay, and then here we're going to convert our team scores to ints. The list comprehension here. We've got our match data. This hasn't changed. We're going to go through. We're going to count by 2. We're going to append these empty lists, match up the home teams with home scores and the away teams with the away scores. Okay, then we got our dictionary here, and we're going to stuff that into our pandas data frame. And then we're going to add a total here. We're going to add up the data frame of the home score and the data frame of the away score. So, new stuff here. We're going to use this function update database to just kind of update daily as we need. So we're going to connect to our database name, which is NBA database, or NBA DB. I'm going to have a SQL command. We're going to select everything, select star from that NBA. NBA is our table. And then we're going to put take all that out, save it into a new data frame. We're going to do pd read SQL, the SQL command here to select everything from NBA with the connection. That's going to put it all in the data frame. And then we're going to update our data frame. Now we could do, like SQL, a bunch of SQL queries where we're inserting values, home score, away score, into this table and everything like that. But Pandas kind of makes it easy, do all the heavy lifting, so we don't have to do all that code. We could just do pd.concat, and we're going to concatenate these two data frames, the all data frame that we loaded in from our file here, and then just our data frame here that is our daily data frame. So this .concat is going to add those two together, and we're going to ignore the index equals true. Otherwise, we'll get an error saying that there's no column, 0 or something like that. So get rid of that error. We're just going to do index equals true. Okay, and then we're going to just have our new updated database or data frame, and then we're going to go ahead and put that back into SQL, put it back in our table, which is NBA. Their flavor here is SQLite. Now this is important, that if exist equals replace. So there's three things. If you leave this blank and you don't put anything, it'll fail. It'll say that NBA table already exists. You could do if exists equals append, which will add update data frame back to it, so it'll basically double the size of it because it's we're taking it in and we're adding today's stuff, and it's like we're adding it all back onto it. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to double the size of our database. We just want to do replace, which is gonna just take this new data frame and then just replace that table that existed. It's gonna replace it with this new one. So that's what we want. We're going to set our index equal to false there. And we're going to print that we have an NBA database updated. Okay, and then I wrote database to data frame, which is some of the same stuff as up here. We're going to connect. We're going to have our command where we select everything from NBA, and then we're going to call all data frame is equal to reading, same thing, SQL command, the connection. Select all from NBA, and we're going to drop the index because it'll be won't be out of order. It'll be like wherever we left off. It'll start off at 0, so we want to just drop that old index. It'll give us a new index. Axis equals 1 there, and in place equals true, so we could save that. And we're going to return all data frames, so we could use that for our inquiries. Okay, so we left off on the 16th. Went ahead and changed this to the 17th. Today is the 19th. There's no NBA games yet today, so we can update it for the 17th and 18th. So let's go ahead and save. Let's run. All right, we ran that. We got our no duplicates found. We've got our depreciation warning. Just won't wait for now. We got our daily data frame here for the 17th. 17th, Wizards Hornets. First game. Nuggets Clippers, last game. Wizards Hornets, Nuggets Clippers. It's our last name. Okay, let's go back and check that out in our Chrome app here. Select our NBA database here. Okay, Nuggets Clippers. That's our last entry here. This was our last game. Suns Trailblazers. And then Wizards Hornets. First game. Nuggets Clippers. Okay. Wizards Hornets. Nuggets Clippers. Okay, so that looks good. You'll see these indexes are all null now. So we had our index here, and then this is where we made our new update. But that's not a problem. We're going to take care of that in this other function we got, which is database to data frame. Okay, let's call that. Okay, here we go. Nuggets Clippers. Our index is all still adding up. So we replaced it, or we dropped the old index and asked for a new one. So Nuggets Clippers, last game. Okay, so looks good. Let's go ahead and let's run this one more time. Let's run this for the 18th. Save it, we'll run it. Okay, that loaded up. Today we only had a few games on the 18th. Sixers, Clippers, Pacers, Trailblazers. Okay, Sixers, Celtics. Okay, let's check that out. Let's check out our SQLite viewer here. Let's see if that worked out okay. We'll reselect that database. Go to the last page. Okay, so we got Nuggets, Clippers, or Sixers, Celtics, and Pacers, Trailblazers. So that loaded up in there, good. Okay, we could run our, let's call all equals our database to parentheses at the end. There we go. Okay, take a look at all. Oh, last game's here. Pacers, Trailblazers. So that's what we're gonna do to update it daily once we have our, our big long past dates, and we could just go through and, update it daily. And if you screw up something or add something twice and the data frame gets all messed up, you could just run this past NBA, just trash that initial database, throw it in the trash, run this again. We could just even change it to today's date. It only takes a minute or two, so it wouldn't be too big a problem. So now we have all our stuff in a database. We can start inquiring about stuff. This is kind of going to do a whole new tutorial about data analysis and seeing what kind of good insight we could get. This kind of tutorial was just to worried about getting all the data out of ESPN, but we could do something like show me the Kings are at home. It's my team. I'm in Sacramento here. They're pretty terrible. Worst record right now, but it's okay. We still got them. Something like that. And we're going to show up all the Kings, all the times the Kings are at home. We could do like show us all. Let's like all the totals. Give me all the totals that were. Let's say we want to see all the high-scoring games. Let's see how many games were over 250. Show up. Wow, there's a lot of high-scoring games. Let's see the max of just this. Wow, 290 points was the max. That's a lot of points. Let's see. Oh, that's right here. Lakers, Thunders. Yep, sounds about right. So, anyways, that's going to conclude our tutorial on getting our NBA out of ESPN. Hopefully, you guys learned a little something. Went through quite different things here. We got some recursive formulas. We did some request packages. Did some pandas. We did some database stuff, some SQL stuff. So quite a lot. Hopefully you guys, like I said, I hope you learned something and like this video. Let me know what you think with a comment below. And thanks a lot. See ya.